His dead wife suddenly appeared at home. She cooked, cleaned, and did housework as usual. Without saying a word, he didn't dare touch her. He couldn't talk to her either. She just existed there quietly, untouchable. The strangest thing was that only David could see her. Even their daughter saw nothing. She thought her father was crazy, but David knew it was not an illusion. His wife had died before him. He believed it was because he owed her something, so her soul couldn't move on. He tried to talk to her and asked her if there was anything she hadn't said, but she didn't respond. To find the answer, David asked a friend who worked in a hospital for help. Although his friend couldn't see her, he gave an explanation from a medical point of view. What David saw was not a ghost, but a memory. His wife suffered from Alzheimer's disease. In rare cases, patients with strong emotional will leave some memory fragments frozen in time and space. So what David saw was not her soul, but the echo of her heart. His friend suggested that he move out to start healing and let go, but David chose to stay. He wanted to know what his wife had experienced in the last 3 years of her life. The next day, his wife suddenly rushed out of the house. David followed her straight to the hospital. That's when he realized it was the day she was diagnosed. She looked scared, confused, and lonely, and David missed her call that day. He was too busy at work. Guilt overwhelmed him. Tears filled his eyes. But regret can't change the past. Life without her was hard. David had never done housework before. He couldn't even use the washing machine. But now his wife's memory looped through the last 3 years of her life, silently teaching him. He learned how she folded clothes and how she carefully arranged her shoes. At the door, she even turned and smiled as if she was seeing him off to work. There was warmth in her eyes. But once the door closed, only loneliness was left. David suddenly remembered that she always looked at him like this when he left. She never wanted him to leave. One day, he saw her take out a small piggy bank. That was where she hid her money. She dressed up and put on makeup and sneaked out quietly. David thought maybe she needed someone's company. Maybe she was hiding something. But she went to a nice restaurant alone. For her, such a good meal was the ultimate luxury. David's heart sank. Her order was cheaper than the 2 drinks he usually bought after get off work. Then she hurried off again, this time to the top of a hill in a park. David suddenly remembered that he had told her that he would wave to her on the train home. She had kept that promise even as her memory faded. She had waited here every day, waving. But David hadn't, and he had forgotten everything. Now he was left with only regret. He told his friend everything, and he was grateful that even in death he could still live with her memory. But his friend warned him that what he saw was 3 years ago. Eventually the memory would reach the end of her life, and then he would have to watch her die again. David understood, but now he just wanted to spend every day with the spirit of the woman he loved.